Hello, my friends and fellow warriors. This is Scott Bolan, and today is Monday, April 25th, 2022. I've got a very important announcement for you, and then some powerful information. You're going to see an entire lesson from start to finish on joint locks and bone breaks, a bone breaking lesson that literally gives you the mechanics. But first, I want to share something with you. I've got my laptop right here. And I had over 127 emails in my inbox, and about a third of them were just like this one that I'm going to read to you right now. It says, "Hello, Scott. I was wondering if it would be possible if I could send payment for the new Destroy Your Attacker 2.0 course with you and Russell Stutely on May 2nd. I just paid my rent and I don't get paid again until May 2nd, and then I can send the payment in the afternoon." Now, here's the thing. Normally, we don't extend our offers. We like to reward action takers. But this gentleman here is an action taker. He wants to take action, and I get that. I recognize that, and we want to reward all action takers. So here's what we're going to do. When I got this email, and several, over 30 like it, I mean, just tons of them, and then I also checked the news this morning, and we're going to show you on the screen right here what it says. It says, today's news: FBI director says violence directed at police officers unlike anything he's seen before. Now, I won't read you the whole article, but it said that there were 73 police officer murders in 2021, and that they're up 43% so far in 2022. So far in 2022, and keep in mind, this is only roughly the end of April 25th, 101 police officers have been shot in 22 alone as of April 1st. That means in the first 3 months, January, February, and March, so they made this report on April 1st, 101 police officers shot. Now, if you're not a police officer, you might say, why does that matter to you? Here's why. Because if violent criminals and thugs are willing to attack police officers who are armed and trained, and obviously there's a higher legal penalty for attacking a police officer, if they're willing to attack a police officer, they're certainly willing to attack you, the non-police officer. And that's why you need to know how to destroy your attacker. The Destroy Your Attacker 2.0 home study course shows you how entirely, from the very body mechanics all the way to passive, medium, and lethal force, how to drop your opponent like a sack of potatoes, literally how to kill if necessary and morally and legally justified in self-defense, and so much more. You're going to learn how just one tweak in your body movement can send a massive, huge thug to the ground, even if you're a tiny, skinny nerd. It really is that real. So because of this news that I saw, as soon as I saw it, I called Russell Stutely. Matter of fact, I woke him up. I have his private cell number. I woke him up because he's overseas in Asia, 14 hours ahead of the time zone I'm in here in the U.S. And I said, Russell, you got to see this headline on Fox News about the head of the FBI saying that violence directed at police officers is unlike anything seen before. And we had a good talk, and I said, should we extend the offer? Because we want as many people to be as safe as possible. You'll also learn hand and knife gun disarms, how to take an attacker's weapon and make it yours. You'll learn all of this in this all-new course, brand new, 18 DVDs, phenomenal. So we're going to extend the offer as an answer to all of you who have written in, and because of this news today, this is important. Get this information and make it yours. Now listen, all you have to do is pop in. Here's what I do when I study a course. I pop in one video or DVD a day, 5 days a week. I sit there, I take notes, I practice the movements and make it mine. It's that simple. It's that simple. You can absorb this course within a few weeks, and the skills and the knowledge will be yours. Listen, if luck is what happens when preparedness means opportunity, the opposite is also true. Bad luck is what happens when unpreparedness meets opportunity, meaning a criminal violent attack. If you're not prepared, you're going to have bad luck. Luck is what happens when preparedness meets opportunity, and we want to prepare you. It's our job to bring empowerment to warriors like you. So we're extending it through May 2nd. Do not delay. Order now, and then go ahead and watch this video on bone breaks. I'm going to give you a sample lesson right here, and you'll see how thorough and dynamic the teaching is and just how powerful it is. Look at the principles. Look closely at what I do, and I demonstrate it slowly so that you can actually learn it. I'm not here. Sure, I could go lightning fast and impress you. I don't want to impress you. I want to empower you. Order now. Watch the lesson and then order, and you will be transformed. Hey, I'll talk to you soon. Now, here in Breaking Bones, there are 3 principles. One is that we go for a fulcrum primarily. There are secondary targets such as nose, ribs, and jaw. Jaw is actually a fulcrum. Your finger joints are fulcrums. Your elbow is a fulcrum. And we're going to talk a lot about breaking bones at the fulcrum. However, there are other bones that are not fulcrum that can be broken as well, certainly. But primarily, we go for a fulcrum. Secondly, the limb must primarily be in movement. For example, when you're arm wrestling someone, if you try to break my arm at the elbow here and we're arm wrestling, you're going to have a very hard time doing that. However, if a guy's coming at me like this, it's in movement. I'm going to have the ability, as you'll see when I demonstrate, to snap that at the fulcrum. The key is to catch it in movement, because in movement, in order to be in movement, it must be loose. See, I can't move my arm tight. I have to loosen it up to strike. So as an opponent is striking out, there is a temporary looseness. That is necessary. It's the whip effect. But the effect of a whip is that it's loose and whoosh, snaps at the end. So that looseness is necessary for striking power. However, and remember that, by the way, remember that for your own striking. If you're stiff and afraid, your strikes are going to be your limbs are going to be too solidified to get the necessary momentum they need to cause the most devastating effect. And then the third point in breaking bones is that you must use explosive force. Explosive force, that means hard and fast, to give you the necessary momentum, bam, to break the bone. Going slow, it can be done. For example, in Jiu-Jitsu, in an arm bar, you can slowly go back and break their arm. However, primarily, explosive movement, I would rather do it hard and fast if I can, even in an arm bar, even in a Jiu-Jitsu situation. So those are the primary factors of breaking bones. Let's begin. Now, number one, he's a guy who's coming up and talking to me like this. He's getting tough with me, okay? So right there's a finger lock. Let me do it nice and slow. His finger's here, and the first thing I do is I come in 2 areas. I grab the wrist here and the finger here and just get it back like that. And this can be done on any finger, of course, okay? So again, 1, 2, right at the same time. I'm breaking it down slowly so you can see. So I just, and here's how it is. When he's got his finger and he's tapping on me, cussing at me, whatever, it's quick. It's like this, real fast. Remember I said explosive force. Even if it's not to break a bone, to capture a bone. Because if I move slow to capture a limb, what's he going to do? Even drunk, he's going to jerk away. So therefore, quick. When I do this, I also drop. That's important. See, just drop a little, not into a full-fledged horse stance, but just a drop of bending my knees and keeping him on my center line where I'm strongest. So if he tries to pull away, go ahead and try to pull away. Okay? See, I've got him on my center. He's not going anywhere. Now let me do it the wrong way. Come again. Okay? Now if I do it like this and I'm not on my center line, he pulls away. Look what happens. See? So that principle of the center line, the other complete combat principle, is important. So when the guy comes up with a hand, see, I've got multiple. Look from just this grab right here. All I need to do is smash back. Now I just happened to grab what was over there. It was the middle finger. Smash back. Now look, I did this with one hand. Smash back. Now likewise, if it was one hand like I did earlier, to bring it in even more and smash it. And all I'm bringing, just imagine real quick, I'm focused in here on this finger. I go slow, I can only go this far before I'll start to cause him pain. But in a lethal situation where I need to end this quickly, bigger, stronger, vicious, lethal attacker, bringing this back, just imagine I had his finger here, bringing this back to the very back of his wrist. Smash. Could be any finger. It could be the pinky, this one, this one, this one, even the thumb. Ha! Just bring it back. Remember, explosive movement, hard and fast in the center line. So it's not like this, it's like that. Remember, there are 206 bones in the human body. We don't have time to cover breaking all of them. Some of them you can't reach, but we're going to get the primary targets, the ones that are most easily accessible. Now, first of all, from head to toe, we have the nose, and behind the cartilage of the nose, there actually is a bone, a foundational bone, kind of looks like a little rough upside down V. And to break that, a simple slam. You want to think of this. Hard target, soft palm. Soft target, hard fist. Boom. See, so when the target is hard like a bone, I just come down with a solid smash downward. Bam. Now notice again, I don't do this. Center line. So instead of 20, 30 pounds of arm going like this, I'm using all 200 pounds of me. Coming right down on it. So coming right down on this, smash down right there on the bridge of that nose. Okay, with all my might. Bam! That's a way to break the nose. Now for the jaw, the left or right jaw, okay, obviously coming in, the most popular way, of course, the old boxer way is the hook. Now the hook, I want you to think of hitting the ball out of the park. If I'm a batter, and there's a ball coming in, I don't go like this. No, I go like this. And it's the same thing with the hooks. I'm coming in and I'm turning my center line into it, turning everything. Notice my foot even comes up. The ball of my foot comes up because I'm turning my whole body into that hook. Bam! Just like a batter. He doesn't go like this. He goes wham! So when I'm going for this jaw in a fight situation, bam! All of my might into that jaw as hard as I can. Smash! That's one way. Another way is the elbow, which can be even more devastating. Throw my whole body behind that elbow. So, bam, nice and slow. Same thing. A lot of people I see doing an elbow and they come like this. This is foolish. This is a waste. You must turn the whole body behind it. Bam! Bam! Also, don't clench the fist when you're doing an elbow. That slows down the movement. So you want this fulcrum nice and loose for that, like a whip. Whoosh, has to have looseness until strike. Bam! With the elbow. Smash! So now we get to the neck. And the neck, if you could face here, please. There are ways to break the neck. Many. We could do an entire hour on just about breaking any bone, but I'm going to give you the hardcore basics, the fundamentals. We want to keep it simple with economy of motion so that we're effective and we can go home safe and uninjured. Okay, so with the neck, if you'll notice, nice and loose here, okay, coming from the side, bam, a forearm here to twist that neck, bam. So in a combat situation, let's say, go ahead and just give me a jab here, okay? See, right away, I come in here. See, right away, I come in his center line. I never want to be with a bigger, stronger guy. Leave that right here. I never want to be boxing it out with a bigger, stronger, younger, aggressive opponent on PCP. I always want as quickly as I can come in and be inside. And once I come in, I can use forearm, bam. Now I've got the neck right here. Now from here, I jerk, bam, and then my knee also, if I can just lean him back, bam, with that knee, smashing him, smack, into that neck. Again, so the situation, I've got him down here just because I don't want to torque him, but this is for demonstration, but you can do it if they're this high or however high they are, and it's the same thing. I slam around and come under and up. Remember, the ribs are lethal because what can happen is when you crack and break those ribs, they can go into the lungs. So this is a for survival only instance. This is for demonstration only. To survive a lethal attack, this is a scenario, a self-defense scenario where a guy comes in at me, okay, and he's attacking me, he's a lethal attacker, and he exposes his ribs, which is a huge mistake. Now from here, nearest weapon to the nearest target. Now I'm coming like that. I can basically let him keep going where he wants to go using his momentum against him. So I can say, come on, bam, right here, remember? Economy of motion. Or if I want to sing that cannonball from far away, I can do the same thing. I can come up, exposing the ribs, and then for all I've got, I'm going to bring this knee in. I'm not just bringing the leg, I'm turning my whole body wham, into those ribs. With everything I got, wham, turning my whole body into it. So from right there, so it's not this, it's with everything I got, turning my whole center line into it. So again,